guys, so welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're back. For this video, I wanted to do something a little bit more personal so that you guys get to know me better. So I'm gonna be doing the basic Muslim tag for today. And I've already tried doing this before, but like for some reason, whenever I'm in front of the camera, it just feels really weird and I just don't like the footage and I delete it. Anyway, so it's 15 questions and I'll get right into it. Question number 1, favorite surah from the Quran. So I have two actually. It would have to be either Al-Mulk or Al-Waqi'ah. I love those both like so much and I read them almost like, I don't want to say daily, but I try to read them daily and I read them all the time. And I love listening to the recitation by this one reciter called Al-Abbasi. You guys have probably heard about him. He's like the most famous like Quran reciter ever. Question number 2, how many times have you had pork by accident? Ooh, okay, this is a good question. I would probably say like 2 or 3 times. I feel like there's just pork in everything and you can just never find out sometimes. Yeah, but basically one time I was at my friend's birthday party and there was like, you know, huge buffet of like food and all types of things, and I saw some spring rolls, okay, you know? Innocent option, spring rolls, like what could possibly be in a spring roll? And she's like Asian, so I don't know why, and this is so stereotypical of me, but I assumed they were veggie spring rolls just because the ones I always have at like Asian restaurants usually only have veggie. So I go and I'm eating and I'm like, oh, this is so good and blah blah blah, and I've eaten like 5 at this point, and then she comes and she's like, why are you eating that? And I was like, what, why, what's inside? And she's like, pork, hello. And yeah, let's just say I did not finish what I was chewing at that moment. But yeah, they were really good. I'm like really sad. Anyways, moving on. Question number 3. In what language do you read? That sounded so Arab. Do you read? In what language do you read your Quran? In what language do you read your Quran? Okay. I read my Quran in Arabic. I've tried reading it in English before and I even bought an English Quran. And basically the English Quran, what it does is on one side it has the Arabic and on the other it has the English translation kind of, but for me it didn't feel the same, and a lot of times like these people who are translating it like translate things the way that they want rather than they are supposed to be. Because for example, I don't want to preach and go on a lecture, but basically some words have 16 or 17 contextual meanings sometimes, or even more, and the person translating kind of gets to choose what they want it, like I don't know, it's just reading it in English wasn't for me, and I am an Arabic speaker, so I was like, might as well learn how to read Arabic and just read it in Arabic, even if it's slow. And like I used to read really slow in the beginning, like it would legit take me like, I don't know, like 15 minutes for one page. But alhamdulillah, the more you practice, the better you get. So now I can read like a page in like 4 or 5 minutes, and it doesn't even feel that long. So yeah. Anyways, question number 4. Would you want your wife/husband to wear a hijab or have a beard? I don't really care, but he better not have a problem with me wearing my hijab, like, because there's a lot of guys that, you know, they tell their wives like, oh, I don't want you to wear it, I want to show you off and blah blah blah. So I don't want a guy like that. And also, just to make a point, women wear hijab for modesty and men don't have a beard for modesty. Their part of the modesty deal is to lower their gaze. So just making a point, you know, just clarifying. Number 5, do you know your 5 pillars? Yes, I do. Shahada, prayer, fasting. Shahada, prayer, fasting. Salah, and charity. That's right, guys, I know my 5 pillar things. Number 6, ever been mistaken to belong to another religion? Surprisingly, yes. Sometimes people ask me, like, even though I wear hijab, some people don't know like that's a Muslim thing, so they'll ask me, or sometimes they're not sure if I'm Muslim, so they'll just ask for insurance, I guess. But yeah, I have been asked before, which is actually really interesting. Question number 7, are you more religious than your siblings? Sometimes I feel like I am, other times not so much. Like I know with learning about my religion, I'm probably more devoted to it than my siblings. But when it comes to like prayer times and things, I feel like there's some things they're better at, you know, adhering to than I am. Question number 8. Oh, this is a good one. Ever been awkwardly caught doing ablution or wudu in a public bathroom? So basically, before you pray, You know, you've got to do the whole thing with the water and like wash your face and your feet and before you pray, right? And sometimes if you're like at a restaurant or something, don't even ask me why I'm praying at a restaurant, but anyways, if you haven't done wudu, you'd have to do it in a public bathroom, and it's like really awkward. Like no matter how many times it happens to you, you'll never get over how awkward it is. Like imagine like you just took off like your sneakers and your socks, and you know, you're like trying to get like, it's just embarrassing. Let's not talk about this. Let's skip this one. Question number 9. Do you know the difference between subhanallah and mashallah? Yes, I do. I feel like this is a question that non-Arab speakers have a problem with rather than Muslims in general, because subhanallah means like it's like when you see like a phenomenon and you're like subhanallah, how this is possible, and mashallah is just like praising something that's nice or beautiful, or it's hard to explain, and I hope I didn't get it wrong. That would be really embarrassing. Question number 10. Oh, going back to the other question, like I've heard sometimes people like if something is pretty, like or if they're complimenting someone, they'll be like, oh, she's so pretty, subhanallah, and I'm just like, it's like a pet peeve. It's like you're not supposed to be saying subhanallah, you're supposed to be saying mashallah in that case. Subhanallah is like, just doesn't fit. Okay, back to question number 10. What age do you think is perfect to do Hajj? So a lot of people tend to do it when they're older, but for me personally, I would want to do it while I'm younger, like no older than, like the latest I would do it is 45, but even that's so old. Like I want to do it by 30 or something, because like I don't want to be old and crippled when I go there. Like that would be just horrible, and like you have to walk a lot when you're there, so I'm not trying to be like 90 and die there, you get me? Like, I mean, it would be nice if I died there, but like I don't know, it's just I prefer to do it early. I don't see a reason for delaying it if I can go early. People's reaction when you told them you don't drink. Question number 11. I feel like it doesn't surprise people and they don't really care that much. Like I've never had problems with it. People are just like, oh, that's cool, whatever, and they get old. Like I've never had like. Question number 12. Neatest thing you've been told for being a Muslim. Well, if you go on the YouTube comment section, you'll just, it's like honestly cancer. Like if you just read the things they say about not just Islam as a religion, but everything else, like they're just, man, they're just, it's horrible. In person, I guess just being called names or something. Nothing too much, nothing too annoying, let's say, or that stuck with me too long. Question number 13. Last time you went to the mosque. The last time that I went to the mosque was when I was in Oman, and there was actually a mosque that I could go to. I'm currently in Germany, and like, I don't know, I just haven't been to the mosque here. It's just not the same, I guess. Like, I'll just pray at home. Question number 14. How many Muhammads do you have in your family? This is a good question. So actually in my family, my dad has like 6 or 7 brothers or something, and every single one of them is called Muhammad something. So like, you know, like how you would have a name like Mary Joy or something like that, like it's together. So they all have that. They all have a name Muhammad something, like Muhammad Hassan or like Muhammad, you know, something. It's always like that. So we have a lot of Muhammads in my family, a lot. So this is actually two questions I want to say. Where's your prayer mat? Did you pick it or your parents? So actually my parents often pick my prayer mats. Like they've just always been there. I think I've only bought my own prayer mat like once, and I don't have it anymore. But yeah, I definitely want to go buy my own. I feel like that makes it more personal. And lastly, can you say Jazakumullah khairan? If so, then say Jazakumullah khairan for watching this video. Jazakumullah khairan for watching this video, if you watched all the way to the end. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I didn't bore you too much. Hope you kind of got to learn more about me, even though those questions weren't too personal. They were just kind of for fun. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I didn't bore you too much. Please do hit the subscribe button. It does help me a lot. I know it's so annoying when people ask that, but I'd really appreciate if you did. And hope to see you next time. And like I said before, if you have any ideas or videos or things that you want me to do or answer any questions that you might have. Feel free to ask in the comment section below, and I hope to see you guys next time. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading and what I'm going to be anyways, I'm just ranting on at this point. See you guys later. Bye.